Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Very exciting stuff. I'm gonna guess that you're probably following me on Instagram and you've come over from this, but if not, I'm gonna do a little introduction. So I am Katie, I'm an online fitness coach, and I'm just a fitness enthusiast. And I can never seem to get my words out as well. That's something about me. I love training. I fucking love the gym. I love training hard. I love moving some fucking weights. That's basically me. I just love all things fitness, and I want to share more of my process and how I just go through day-to-day life to actually achieve my fitness goals. I've wanted to do a longer form piece of content for quite a long time now. I say that like I did have a podcast for a bit, but I didn't enjoy doing it, and it's because it felt quite formal. Whereas what I want to do is just kind of teach you by showing you, because I feel like that's just sometimes the best way to learn, is see someone else do something and you can kind of emulate that and pick up tips. So I just want to bring you around behind the scenes of my life, what I do to achieve my fitness goals. I'll insert some clips of where I started, where I'm at now, and it's safe to say I made a lot of mistakes, especially at the start of my journey. I had no idea how to train. Like, no one in my life was into the gym, so I had to learn all of these things from scratch. I learned the hard way, and now I can share my advice and just teach you what actually works so you don't waste your fucking time in the gym like I did. Stay tuned, stay along for the journey, and I'm gonna start this first video off with kind of like a week in the life. I've already filmed a few clips. It's not gonna be the whole week because I'm not gonna lie, I did just forget to film some bits, but I am getting better with it, and that's what I want to do going forward, is like day in the lives, how I structure, manage everything, but also some more educational style videos as well based on what you want. So feel free to leave in the comments like any topics that you want me to cover. Like, I want to go in-depth educational with other pieces of content, but yeah, for the most part it's going to be just kind of weekly vlogs, just showing you what I do and how I do it essentially. So yeah, we'll get straight into the video and I hope you enjoy it. First things first, I thought I would show you how I make nutrition, let's say, as simple as possible. Look, if you're someone that wants, how do I say it? If you want really nice tasting, pretty meals, I'm not your gal. However, if you want meals that don't take you much time, taste fine, this is how I do it. I like to make nutrition as simple as possible. I pretty much exclusively eat things that I can microwave. So on the menu we have sweet potatoes for carb, carrots, we have green beans, and we have peas. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna whack all of those things in a bowl in the microwave, and then I'll add my protein to it. There it is, all weighed out, and I'm gonna put some cling film on this and then whack it in the microwave. And we have the finished result. If you can even fucking see that. Let me show you. If you've seen my stories about my dry chicken and wondered if I actually do eat it like that, I genuinely do. Like you can see, this is fucking dry ass chicken. But you know what? Gravy, it does all the heavy lifting. I just drizzle that all over the meal, and then it tastes nice. So all you need to do, if you're not very proficient in the kitchen like I am, just add sauces to it. Now I'm gonna tuck into this, which I love it. I actually do. So lunch has been eaten, and now I'm out to getting my steps in. Make sure I habit stack my walks with my food. So after I've eaten, it's a cue for me to go out on a walk, and I think this lines up really nicely with the time of day, and it works well for anyone that has like a 9-to-5 job or like works from home. Is I will spend, obviously I work for myself, but I give myself a lunch break, and like a bit of that lunch break I'm eating my food, and the rest of it I'm out walking. And it also massively helps your energy. If you feel like after lunchtime at work your energy is a little bit low, you're feeling a bit sluggish, go outside, get a walk in, get some fresh air. It makes such a world of difference. My fucking god, it is so nasty out there. I've just been out for my final walk of the day, and it's been one of those days where literally every single, oh, the lighting's really bad. Every single walk has been in the rain today. I'm soaked. And when I do one of these walks, I never want to do them. I never, ever, ever want to do them. And this is not going to be me saying, oh, when I was out there, I was really enjoying it. I was not enjoying that. My hands are cold. I'm wet. It was not nice. But in those moments where you have a choice, you can either, oh my god, my hair is actually a mess. In those moments we have a choice of either doing what you said you were going to do, whether that's the workout, the steps, eating in alignment with your goal and you're faced with the should I, shouldn't I, like it's really hard, I don't want to. As much as one walk in the grand scheme of things or one day of not hitting your protein fantastically, it's not going to make or break your progress. It's about how that is going to impact future decisions. If in the moment you don't go and do your steps, next time that comes around, what do you think is going to happen when it's raining again? You're going to tell yourself, I'm not going out in the rain. Whereas if you start to view these things, if you start to view these hard things that you don't want to do as a chance to prove to yourself that you can do hard things, that you can stick to the plan on bad days, that is when you will start seeing results and you will build yourself into someone that can do these things. Because I've just done it so much, like, trust me, this is not coming from a holier than thou perspective. Me a few years ago, like probably 3 years ago, would not do this kind of stuff, like couldn't do this, or told myself that I couldn't do this kind of stuff. But now I've done it so much, I've gone out in the rain so much, I've stuck to my meals when I didn't want to. I've done that so much that now I view myself as the type of person that does do those things, and it becomes easier. I'm not saying it's super easy and I was jumping for joy for going outside, no, but it does become easier when you first know that it's going to be difficult. You know it's going to be difficult, you know it's going to be hard to get your steps in, but you push past that, you do it anyway. And the more and more you do that, it becomes easier to go outside because you are the type of person that does those things. But yeah, enough preaching for this day anyway. I can see probably all the mess in my room. I'm very type A in a lot of ways, but the type B in me has like the messiest room. Like it's not good. I can't even show you because I'm too embarrassed. But I'm gonna get in my pajamas and I'm gonna really enjoy my downtime. I'm all tucked into bed. It's 6:30. It's fucking 6:30. I go to bed at 8 p.m. Genuinely, I am asleep by 8:30 at the latest, I would say. I like waking up early. What can I say? It's the way that I can have some structure. Being self-employed, you do have to hold yourself to a structure. I try and live it as if I kind of had a work from home 9 to 5 as well. Like I want to feel kind of relatable to my clients. I don't want them thinking, oh, well, she has all the time in the day to do whatever she wants. And yeah, I kind of do. But I will wake up at 5 a.m, do my workout, get back before 9. I only do my walk in times that other people could do them around work. So I'll do a walk on a lunch break, and I do a walk after 5 as well. So I kind of like live like I am a 9 to 5 work from home. I just wanted to have a little bedtime chat about my goals and what I wanted to achieve. So at the moment, I'm in a deficit. This is like a post-Christmas deficit. I did gain a little bit of weight over Christmas, and I'm not mad at that. I had a great fucking time. I had a great Christmas. It was so nice being at home, seeing my family, eating foods that I wouldn't usually eat. I'm very structured with my food, and I don't tend to eat random things, so it was just nice to do that and go out for drinks with friends and just have a good time. Plan is to continue into this deficit until the end of the month, but I will just see how I feel. If I want to push further, I will. If I don't, then I might cut it early. And after that is to reverse a diet properly. Then, very exciting, go into building phase. It has just been so long since I've done a building phase. I think the last building phase, like proper bulk that I did was in 2023. Like that's quite a long time ago. And I'm not gonna lie, in that bulk I did get like just a tiny little bit fat. I mean, my BMI was actually overweight. I'm 55 kilos now, and in peak bulk I got up to 69 kilos, which is 15 kg extra, and that was not muscle. That was all fat. The plan is not to repeat my mistakes, because I just got sloppy with it. I was skipping steps. This was again like 2023, like I mentioned earlier. In 2023, I was not able to do the hard things very well. And I don't want to be mean to myself, because I was going through a lot mentally with like a very recent OCD diagnosis, and it did make things hard mentally in terms of what I could do. So I don't want to be mean to myself, but a lot of excuses. There were a lot of days of me, going massively over on my calories. At one point I was eating like a bag of Haribos a day to just like try and get the carbs in. It was not good. So I don't want to repeat that mistake again, and I don't think I will. So I'm very excited to just do it properly and be in a small calorie surplus, still being healthy, get like hella gains. I just want to build some bigger glutes. Like I'm never going to get to a point where I'm like, do you know what, my glutes are too big. No, I'm always going to want bigger glutes. I just want big, fat, juicy ass. And obviously, just overall lower body, maybe build some calves if I can actually stay fucking consistent with training them. I want to build everything, really, to be honest, but mainly glutes and delts, I guess. Good morning. I've just woken up before my alarm. It's like 4:50. I've been up since 4:15. 4:15. It's given she rolled around a lot in sleep. So plan today, I fucking love a Friday, fucking love it, is training legs. So I'm gonna bring you along for that and show you a little bit of my morning routine. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go shower and then I'll bring you along for breakfast and just, you know, getting ready for the gym. And breakfast is served. This is literally my favorite meal of the day. I fucking love this. I'm always so hungry for breakfast. So I'll have my oats, peanut butter, raspberries, and then I'll also have a protein shake and a coffee. I've just drank my coffee in bed. I always drink it in bed, but my stomach is in tatters now. I don't know if you can hear this. And now it's time to do a little bit of makeup for the gym. I find that I am, one, so much nicer when I do my makeup. I actually made some gym friends, which is nice. When I don't have makeup on, I'm like, don't fucking look at me. Like, don't come near me. I'm not feeling great about myself. When I do wear makeup, I'm nicer, I'm more talkative. Well, I'm way more likely to film content when I actually feel good about myself. I start with eyebrows. A lot of ginger people don't have eyebrows. Like, they have very light eyebrows, but I've always had, like, I don't know, kind of dark eyebrows. They're not like dark, but they're not like blonde. Like the e.l.f. Halo Glow, which is like the Charlotte Tilbury dupe. Just put a little splodge on my hand. This is obviously way too dark for me. I used this when I was fake tanning, but what I do to create like a light little makeup look is, I can't fucking find anything. Does anyone else just like leave everything in a mess? Then like, I can't find anything. Yeah, because you fucking left everything in a mess. And I'll just take my usual foundation, which is, if you are pale, would 10 out of 10 recommend this. This is the Cash Aura Skin in the lightest colour, obviously. Pop a little pump of that with the Halo Glow, and then I'll mix it around. Then it creates like a really light amount of coverage, and then I'll just fucking paint that all over my face and I'll blend it in. And then I take my take my Made by Mitchell curve case, which is really fucking dirty. That's actually disgusting. So find these colors aren't very good. They kind of come out a little bit green. I mainly just use these two. I find that this one doesn't give you any color. This one is just not my kind of preferred color. Blush on the cheek, so I'm not just one color. And then curl my eyelashes and I'll put a little bit of mascara on. Now it's time to sort this hair out. I'm trying to find my hairband again. Just need to stop leaving things in a mess because I can't fucking find anything. Parting down the middle. And I take two little pieces from the front. I have the craziest baby hairs. I have so many baby hairs, and this makes them look just like a little bit less crazy as opposed to when I have everything just like back. Right, with hairspray. Do I need to redo that? Who can be bothered? Alrighty girls, let's get into the leg day. You'll have to excuse me if I look off to the side. I've just got the training clips on my laptop to look at so I can actually know what I'm saying as the clips are going along. So we are starting, well, the first clip I have is of me doing the leg press, but I did do hamstring curls before. The reason I do hamstring curls before is, one, like if I don't do them first, then I don't do them at all. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. But also it's a good way to warm up the knees, especially without actually fatiguing and impacting on like your actual quad based movements. After that, the first exercise that I do is leg press. Now, what I want you to really do with a leg press is make sure that you take time before you start your set to actually mentally lock in. If you're lifting decent loads, you're going to need to mentally focus. I always have in my mind, how many reps am I aiming to get to, and how is it going to feel when I get to those hard reps, and really just locking in and focusing in on that set. And then I will start my set when I'm just mentally in the zone. I try and aim for about a 3-second eccentric. I think on some of the reps it was a little bit quicker than that, but it's still under control, which is the main thing. I am doing these a bit more glute bias, so there's about a 90-degree angle with my knee. If I wanted it more quad focused, I would have my feet lower on the pad just to get some more knee flexion. I'm pulling myself down into the seat with the handles to make sure that my lower back isn't rounding, and I really try and grind through those hard reps. You get hard reps on a leg press and you have to really, really push yourself to complete them. And now we're into cable step ups. This is more of a new exercise that's in my program. I've been really enjoying these and they light up my glutes like crazy. What I do to make sure that I'm actually getting a good amount of glute out of this is I focus on really pushing my hips back. I think hips back and back and back. And I really try not to bounce with that rear foot on the floor. So I'm just very gently tapping it. I'm not propelling myself up with my foot. And I try and keep my knee as best as possible at around a 90-degree angle. So if you drive your knee forwards too much in the movement, you are going to get a lot of quad out of this movement, whereas you really want to think about pushing the hips back and trying to maintain more of a vertical shin. And then I have glute medius kickbacks, which I love. I used to hate them for the longest time because I always felt it way too much in my standing leg. But what I've really done to mitigate that is that with my hands, you'll see like one's very up high, one's down low, and I'm really pushing and pulling on the cable machine because we feel it in our standing leg because that's trying to stabilize us, right? So what we want to do is try and take that demand off of the standing leg by creating more stability with our body. So that's what I'm doing. I'm pushing and pulling with either hand, like pushing and pulling on the cable machine, and that helps add stability. I also think about creating a diagonal line with the cable. So I'm not going directly out behind me. I'm not going straight out to the side. It's thinking about that diagonal line of the cable. And I give my glutes a good old squeeze in that top position, slowly controlling the weight down. And I try and bring my working foot over the standing one just to get some more range of motion and really stretch the glutes, so I'm working throughout a good range of motion. Yeah, it does look a little bit crazy on this angle. It doesn't usually look like crazy in person. It's just like there was not too much space available. I didn't want to annoy too many people in the gym, so that's why it's a bit of a strange fucking angle on that one. And now we're getting into leg extensions. I love a leg extension for quads. A couple of things, if you don't really feel this a lot in your quads, because I actually used to not really feel this movement in my quads, even though it's supposed to be working the quads, you want to make sure that you are really pulling yourself down into the seat. So I grip on those handles like my life depends on it, and I pull myself like literally down into the seat, mainly kind of like, I guess like using my back as well, not in like a, oh, my lower back's hurting, in more of a like, okay, I'm really using all of my upper body, even my abs, tensing my abs to create stability and pull myself down into that seat. And you really want to think about not kicking the weight up. I think about squeezing my quads to actually lift the weight. And you want to think about getting your toes to the ceiling. So I like to have a good pause at the top of the movement, making sure that we're not using momentum. We're not swinging that weight up. Like I said, it's really about contracting and squeezing your quads to actually lift the weight, controlling it down, not bouncing down at the bottom. This will light up your quads when you are doing it right. I do find that people tend to lift a little bit too much weight on this, their bum comes off of the pad, and then heavens, they're not feeling it in their quad. It's just pure knee pain. But yeah, that was the workout. I do love this session. It's a really good session. It connects so well with all of those movements. I was a little bit fatigued this day, just energy wasn't quite where I wanted it to be. I will be changing up my split when I'm in a building phase to do 3 lower body days instead of the 2 that I usually do. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I just feel like at the moment with how my energy is in a cut, it's just not going to be ideal for me to recover from 3 days of lower body a week, so that's why I'm just holding fire on that one. Good morning, it's Saturday, we're off to the gym. I always like to walk to the gym on the weekends because it just front loads all of my activity for the day. A lot of people find that they kind of run out of time on the weekends because their routine is very different from the weekday. So if you know you're going to have a busy weekend, you're going to be seeing friends, you're going to be out doing things, and you know either the gym session probably not going to get done or your steps aren't going to get done, wake up early, do it first thing. Is it the nicest thing in the world, having to wake up early on a weekend? No, but achieving your fitness goals does not come without sacrifice. Yeah, you might actually find that you enjoy this more than laying in bed all morning. I always used to think that I just loved rotting in bed, just loved getting outside and starting my day. Mentally makes me feel so much better. We're gonna enjoy cardio. It's 30 minutes on the stairs. I'm also gonna do some abs as well. Just finished up cardio and abs. It actually went really well. It definitely helps putting on Sudoku, like would 10 out of 10 recommend. I've tried watching like Netflix and YouTube while I'm doing cardio, and it just doesn't occupy my brain enough. Like I keep checking the time, whereas when I have to really think about a task like Sudoku, it just makes time go so quickly. And it's so nice. It's a nice crisp morning. It just feels good to be outside and enjoying the day to its fullest, you know? Good morning. It's 7 in the morning on Sunday. I'm just out getting my steps in. My boyfriend is still asleep. So I decided just to get out and do my steps while he's asleep. A lot of people on the weekends will find that, you know, they can't get their steps in or they can't get their workout in because, oh, well, my partner doesn't want to wake up at as early as I need to. It's fine for you to wake up at different times, you know? If it is their decision to stay in bed, you can always make your own decision to not stay in bed. And I know if you're used to the same routine of waking up at the same time, doing the morning together, it can be hard to do that. For me, yeah, I could have stayed in bed, could have got my steps done later on in the day, but I know personally for me, I find it a little bit stressful when it gets to 3 p.m. and I still got loads of steps left to do. So I would rather get out, do a good chunk in the morning, and then I can go back, have a chill morning with my boyfriend, and then just get the rest of my steps done later on in the day. In this cut, I've been really trying to prioritize getting my healthy fats in, and I found these, which are fucking amazing. Like, these are almost too good. They're really, really good. Fucking expensive, but yeah, really good. If you're someone that doesn't really like fats, like I don't really love a lot of fat sauces, like you will not catch me eating avocado. I think that shit's nasty. So yeah, would 10 out of 10 recommend these. But I think that's all for this vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will catch you in next week's video. Bye.